Mystery of the missing peacocks, stolen from historic hotel. Imagine a serene, historic hotel in Northern California, known for its enchanting property of peacocks, suddenly discovering that many of these striking birds have vanished. Staff at the Ryde Hotel, a charming Art Deco establishment nestled in the Sacramento Delta, are reeling from the shocking news that they suspect foul play behind the disappearance of these beautiful creatures. It all began on a seemingly ordinary Sunday, when a guest reported having witnessed two men capturing one of the peacocks and hastily placing it into a cage situated in the back of a pickup truck. Alarmed, the hotel staff conducted a thorough count of their beloved birds, only to find that just 4 peacocks remained on the premises. "We are at a loss as to why anyone would resort to this kind of behavior. It's devastating for the team here," expressed David Nielsen, the hotel's general manager, sharing the collective heartache. Authorities are treating this incident seriously, categorizing it as a property crime. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office confirmed that the peacocks are valued at an impressive $2,000 each, while the peahens carry a price tag of $1,000. Details beyond this point remain scarce, as Sergeant Amar Gandhi, a spokesperson for the Sheriff's Department, declined to elaborate further. The origins of these birds trace back 14 years, when the hotel owner made an enticing decision to introduce 5 peacocks to roam freely across the property. Over the years, these birds flourished and became a hallmark of the hotel, thanks to their vivid colors and striking presence, which align well with the aesthetic of Art Nouveau designs prevalent at the hotel. Interestingly, the staff pampered the birds with gourmet leftovers, including filet mignon, prime rib, and salmon, fostering a bond that transformed these wild creatures into endearing companions. They even took the time to name a few of the feathered personalities. One notable character, Baba, named affectionately by Rafe Goerwich, the hotel's catering coordinator, stood out among the flock. Goerwich tended to about 15 peafowls, feeding them diligently twice a day. Baba, the largest of the crew, wandered the hotel grounds with an air of confidence, as if he were the one in charge. "I often joked that we worked for Baba, given how he strutted about the dinner rooms, ballrooms, and gardens like he owned the place," Goerwich remarked, fondly recalling the peacock's quirky charm. Though peacocks can be known for their standoffish demeanor, Baba was more like a friendly dog, eagerly engaging with those around him. Since the disappearance of these remarkable birds became public knowledge, the hotel has received numerous inquiries from guests and local residents who may have spotted them or even acquired new pet peacocks. The hotel staff remain hopeful for their safe return, initiating measures to strengthen security by enhancing surveillance and planning to bolster fencing around the property. As Nielsen poignantly stated, "They truly meant a lot to us." This tale of missing peacocks not only tugs at the heartstrings but also raises several questions. What drives someone to steal? How can we better protect our community's gems, both human and animal? Feel free to share your thoughts. Do you believe the peacocks will come home, or has this become a cautionary tale about the fragility of trust in our neighborhoods? Investigation launched after nearly all peacocks vanish from historic Ryde Hotel. Something strange is happening in the heart of the Sacramento Delta, a place where peacocks once strutted through hotel lobbies like they owned the joint. But here's the twist: nearly 40 of these vibrant birds have vanished from the historic Ryde Hotel in Walnut Grove, leaving staff heartbroken and investigators scrambling for answers. This isn't just a mystery of missing animals, it's a story about community, tradition, and the ethical questions that arise when humans and wildlife intersect. And this is the part most people miss: the disappearance might be linked to a dark and illegal industry. Let's dig deeper. Nestled in the heart of the Sacramento Delta, the Ryde Hotel isn't just any historic building, it's a living museum where nature and culture intertwine. For decades, the hotel has been home to a family of peacocks, a tradition that dates back generations. Rafe Goerwich, the hotel's catering coordinator, recalls how these birds became part of daily life. "We've had peacocks here for at least a generation," he said. One standout was a particularly bold male named Baba, yes, after the famous legend Ali Baba. Staff joked that they worked for Ali Baba because Baba would stomp through the hotel like a furry CEO, strutting past weddings in the ballroom, and even interrupting dinner service in the dining hall. Imagine a peacock waltzing past a wedding cake or dodging guests in the lobby. It was a surreal, unforgettable part of the Ryde experience. But this week, the magic turned to chaos. General Manager. Mystery at the Ryde Hotel, 37 missing peacocks in California Delta. Imagine waking up to find that dozens of vibrant, iconic peacocks have mysteriously vanished from a picturesque historic hotel. It sounds like the plot of an eccentric mystery novel, but this is exactly what unfolded recently in the serene California Delta region. A shocking report emerged about the alleged theft of 37 peacocks from the Ryde Hotel, a charming venue nestled along the Sacramento River in Walnut Grove. But here's where it gets controversial. How does one simply walk off with nearly 4 peacocks? And why would someone do such a thing? According to Sergeant Amar Gandhi of the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office, authorities received a call on Sunday morning alerting them to the potential disappearance of these majestic birds. While initial reports suggested as many as 37 were missing, further investigation confirmed only 6 are unaccounted for as of Monday afternoon. This discrepancy raises questions. Were all the birds truly stolen, or could some have wandered off? Or might there be more to this story than meets the eye? The Ryde Hotel, known for its lush gardens and popularity as a wedding destination, has been home to these colorful creatures for decades, some say at least a generation. Rafe Goerwich, the hotel's event coordinator, shared with reporters that the peacocks weren't just decorative, they were part of the fabric of the property. In fact, one particularly bold peacock even made appearances strolling through the ballroom, adding to the charm of the venue. For staff and visitors alike, the birds weren't merely animals, they were beloved residents. However, things took a troubling turn last week, when hotel managers began noticing fewer peacocks roaming the grounds. Then came a disturbing tip. A dinner guest claimed to have witnessed 2 men placing a peacock into a crate and driving away in their truck. If true, this act wasn't random, it was calculated. David Nielsen, the hotel's general manager, expressed concern that the stolen peacocks may have been targeted for illegal activities like cockfighting. Such allegations, if proven, would shine a harsh light on the dark side of animal trafficking. But let's pause for a moment. Why would anyone go through the trouble of stealing peacocks in the first place? Sergeant Gandhi explained that taking the birds constitutes a property crime, which could escalate to felony charges depending on the monetary value involved. Here's something many people don't realize: peacocks aren't cheap. In fact, Rafe Goerwich revealed in an email to SFGate that male peacocks can fetch several $1,000s each, while females, peahens, sell for up to $1,000 apiece. Suddenly, the motive becomes clearer, but does that justify the act? What kind of person sees these living works of art as commodities rather than companions? Adding to the heartbreak, the remaining 4 peacocks at the hotel appear visibly distressed. Their behavior has changed dramatically, according to Goerwich, who described actions he'd never seen from them before. Could it be grief over losing their flock mates? Animals often form strong bonds, and this sudden separation likely left them confused and anxious. In response to the incident, the Ryde Hotel posted a plea on Facebook, urging anyone with information about the missing peacocks to come forward. The community has rallied around the cause, recognizing the cultural significance of these birds. Interestingly, this isn't the first time peacocks have sparked headlines in California. Earlier this year, a similar case occurred when a peacock was abducted from Hart Memorial Park in Bakersfield, an area where flocks of peacocks have thrived for nearly a century. Peacocks hold a special place in various parts of California. They're celebrated fixtures at places like the Los Angeles County Arboretum in Arcadia, where visitors marvel at their iridescent plumage. Yet, opinions about these birds are far from unanimous. In cities like Oakland and Tracy, debates rage over whether peacocks should be embraced or removed due to issues like noise pollution and droppings. Is it possible to balance admiration for wildlife with the realities of urban living? That's a question worth pondering. As investigations continue, this bizarre tale invites us to reflect on broader themes: the ethics of animal ownership, the line between pets and property, and humanity's complicated relationship with nature. Do you think the thieves acted out of greed, desperation, or ignorance? Should stricter laws protect animals like peacocks from being treated as tradable goods? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take on this perplexing situation.